The wrestling world is buzzing like never before, and things are heating up to an all-time high. At the center of the storm is none other than Roman Reigns, the undisputed tribal chief and arguably the most dominant force in WWE over the past decade. But now, whispers are turning into roars as speculation swirls that Reigns may be considering a shocking exit from WWE. The source of this speculation? A reported blockbuster offer from AEW that could completely alter the professional wrestling landscape as we know it. Could this be the most seismic shift in wrestling history? You'll want to stay tuned, because what's unfolding could change everything. If you live for plot twists, intense rivalries, and jaw-dropping surprises, now's the perfect time to subscribe and stay locked in. Following the explosive events of SummerSlam, the WWE Universe has been left stunned. Roman Reigns, fresh off a grueling battle, took center stage with a microphone and dropped a cryptic statement that sent shockwaves through the crowd. "My time is coming." That single line has sparked countless debates among fans and insiders alike. Was it a hint at stepping away from the spotlight? Could it signal a temporary hiatus, a retirement, or perhaps something even more shocking, a move to All Elite Wrestling? The rumor mill is spinning fast, and many sources now claim AEW has extended a colossal offer to Reigns, one that includes not just headlining status, but also creative control and a paycheck that could rival or even eclipse the likes of Brock Lesnar's most lucrative deals. Roman Reigns has been the face of WWE for years, asserting his dominance through sheer will, physicality, and masterful storytelling. But the tide may be turning. With Paul Heyman now backing a new and formidable faction composed of Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, Reigns' once unquestioned hold on power appears to be slipping. This new alliance, full of youth and aggression, is positioning itself to take over, and Reigns may find his seat at the head of the table more vulnerable than ever. Enter AEW, with Tony Khan allegedly prepared to hand Reigns a golden ticket. The main event spotlight, creative freedom, and the kind of money that could sway even the most loyal WWE superstar. Imagine Roman Reigns walking through the AEW tunnel and staring down stars like MJF, Kenny Omega, or CM Punk. The entire industry would be flipped on its head in an instant. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Roman has always been WWE's prized figure, its chosen one. Would he truly turn his back on the company that elevated him to superstardom? Or is this all a strategic play, an expertly timed power move to negotiate an even sweeter deal from the new leadership steering WWE's future? With younger stars being pushed to the forefront and legacy names possibly fading into the background, Roman could be reasserting his dominance in a whole new way. Meanwhile, the newly formed faction under Heyman's command is tearing through the roster. Seth Rollins, the ever-evolving visionary, Braun Breaker, a powerhouse with limitless potential, and Bronson Reed, an unstoppable force, make a dangerous trio that could redefine WWE's hierarchy. If Roman stays, will he be forced to wage war to reclaim his throne? And if he goes, who will rise to take his place as the tribal chief? These are not just storylines, they're major crossroads in wrestling history. Roman Reigns holds all the cards right now. Whether he chooses to stay loyal to WWE or makes the jump to AEW, one thing is absolutely certain. The entire wrestling world is watching, and nothing will ever be the same again. AEW is poised to make history. WWE is fighting to retain its biggest attraction. And fans? We're just lucky enough to witness it all unfold. So, what do you think will happen? Will Roman Reigns make the ultimate career move and defect to AEW? Or is this all part of a larger strategy to strengthen his empire within WWE? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe for all the latest twists, turns, and drama in the wrestling world. Because when Roman Reigns speaks, chaos is never far behind. The professional wrestling world is currently ablaze with speculation, excitement, and uncertainty. At the heart of it all is Roman Reigns, WWE's undisputed tribal chief, the man who has stood tall above the rest for years, commanding the spotlight with unmatched charisma, dominance, and presence. But now, in what could be the most shocking development in recent wrestling history, Rumors are intensifying that Reigns might be preparing to walk away from WWE. Not for retirement, not for a break, but for a blockbuster deal reportedly offered by AEW. Yes, you heard that right. The man who has carried WWE on his shoulders could be on the verge of jumping ship to its biggest rival. If this turns out to be true, it wouldn't just be a big moment, it would be a historic shift that could reshape the entire landscape of sports entertainment as we know it. This all began after the dramatic fallout from Summerslam, one of WWE's most highly anticipated and emotionally charged events of the year. In the aftermath of a brutal and exhausting match, Roman Reigns stood in the middle of the ring, battered yet unbowed, holding a microphone with the crowd hanging on his every word. And then, with a calm but chilling delivery, he said 4 simple words: "My time is coming." Instantly, fans were thrown into a frenzy. What did he mean? Was this a cryptic farewell? A retirement tease? Or was it a declaration that he was preparing for something bigger, something no one saw coming? Almost immediately, reports began surfacing that All Elite Wrestling, under the leadership of Tony Khan, had reached out to Reigns with a staggering offer. We're talking about more than just a contract. This is potentially a game-changing deal. Sources close to the situation claim that AEW is offering Roman Reigns a top-tier spot in their company, complete creative control over his character and storylines, and a paycheck so massive that it would command the attention of even the highest-paid WWE superstars, including Brock Lesnar. With numbers being whispered that could make industry history, the question now becomes, how could even someone as loyal and entrenched as Reigns turn that down? It's important to consider the larger picture. Roman Reigns has been the cornerstone of WWE programming for several years. His head-of-the-table persona has redefined his career and placed him firmly at the top of the food chain. But even the most powerful kings face challenges to their reign. Cracks are starting to form. WWE, undergoing a shift under new leadership, has begun focusing on rising stars, most notably Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And perhaps most significantly, Paul Heyman, Roman's longtime advocate and strategist, has shifted his allegiance. He is now leading a new and dangerous faction that includes Seth Rollins, the cunning visionary Braun Breaker, the unstoppable future of the company, and Bronson Reed, the wrecking force. This trio is tearing through the roster, and their presence signals a potential end to Reigns' unchallenged dominance. For the first time in years, Roman's grip on power doesn't seem absolute. The throne he's occupied for so long is under siege, and the WWE Universe senses the change. With AEW ready to welcome him with open arms, offering him not only respect and control but a fresh canvas to reinvent himself yet again, the temptation must be overwhelming. Picture this: Roman Reigns stepping into an AEW arena, SD.